we start this video, I would like to talk about the radio station I work for, BHBN Radio. If you are one of those who regularly watch content on this channel, you will know that since the start of the 2024-25 season, I've been working as a reporter and commentator, voluntary, for BHBN Radio, putting my spare time aside to bring great content to the listeners of BHBN Radio. BHBN Radio is a hospital radio station who operates out of the Queen Elizabeth Hospital and broadcasts to the wards across the QE, as well as Birmingham Women's, Heartlands, Solihull, Royal Orthopaedic, Good Hope, Sutton Coldfield and Midland Metropolitan University Hospitals, as well as care homes in and around the city of Birmingham. Well, BHBN is under threat. The station is losing its principal source of funding next month and have until next February to find an alternative source of funds that will ensure the future of the station. Hospital radio is 100 years old this year, and BHBN has been on the air since 1952. Research carried out in 2016 showed that hospital radio benefits the mental health of those who live alone, and there are more people than ever before living alone. Some of BHBN Radio's most famous presenters have been Alan Dedicoat, who you will know as the voiceover for both the National Lottery and Strictly, and also Phil Upton, who is a big name now in local radio. I urge you to please go to bhbn.net, the BHBN Radio website, and navigate to the GoFundMe page that the station has set up and donate what you can. Details are also going to be in the description to this video. Please, please, please help BHBN secure its future. Thank you. What is happening, guys? Jonathan here, aka CrazyShadow 303, here with another match experience on CrazyShadow Talks Football. And today it's Premier League action. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Leeds United. Bit too early to call this a relegation six-pointer, but yeah, there's only been 4 points earned between these two teams, and they've all been for Leeds. So yeah, Leeds in 16th and Wolves rock bottom with no points at all. But saying that, Leeds have only scored 1 goal in 4 games, and that was on the opening day against Everton, a Lucas Nemecha penalty. So they haven't even got any top assisters, because obviously there's been no goals that involved assists. So Leeds wanting to step up, and they're coming to Molineux today. 3 o'clock kickoff in the Premier League. And yeah, Wolves just looking to earn some points today, really. It seems they're scoring quite a few goals, but they're just losing. You know, the 3-2 against Everton comes to mind at Molineux last time out at Molineux. So yeah, this is kind of a double header for me at Molineux, because I'm there for Premier League action today, and in just 4 days time I'm back there for the Carabao Cup game, also against Everton. So yeah, I'm just heading to Molineux now, and I'll see you there, guys. Okay guys, so just arrived at Molineux. The heavens have opened. It has started to rain. How will that play a factor in the match, you know, with the playing surface? How well have the Wolves groundsmen done? But what I wanted to say in this bit, guys, is after all the action on the weekend, BHBN Sport have a new show on Monday lunchtime on the BHBN Sport YouTube channel. The link will be in the description below, and it is called The Monday After, and it's basically like a panel review show where myself, Ben Ellis, Connor Porter, Kim Smith, Rob Richards, Ed Mackay, you know, we all gather together and discuss what has happened with our teams. So West Bromwich Albion will be discussing what happened last night, then 2-1 defeat to the league leaders Middlesbrough, of course. Birmingham against Swansea, of course, this game, Wolves versus Leeds, and Sunderland versus Aston Villa, which takes place tomorrow. We will discuss it all on Monday lunchtime. That's BHBN Sport, the Monday after. So after this video, if you click on the description below, click on the link on the description below and follow it to the BHBN Sports YouTube channel, hit like and subscribe to that channel as well, because we're going to be doing a lot of review shows this season now. That's BHBN Sport, the Monday after. But right now, it's Wolves versus Leeds here on CrazyShadow Talks Football. Come on. Okay guys, here at Molineux, and yeah, as I said, just the one goal for Leeds. They got 4 points, which is 4 more than Wolves. Wolves are winless in their last 4 Premier League meetings against Leeds, despite scoring first in 3 of those games. Wolves have lost their first 4 league games in a season for the first time in their history. Only 5 other teams have lost their first 5 league games in Premier League history. That was Southampton in 98-99, Sunderland in 05-06, Portsmouth in 09-10, Crystal Palace in 17-18, and Norwich in the 2021-22 season. Having beaten Everton 1-0 with a Lucas Nemecha penalty on the opening weekend of the season, Leeds have now failed to score a league goal in their last 3 Premier League games. They last went 4 without a goal back in March 2022. So both teams really struggling. Leeds have also won their last 3 league games against Wolves. They last won 4 in a row against Wolves back in February 1971, so quite a long time. But they have a chance to break that particular record here today at the Molineux. Leeds have the fewest shots on target in the Premier League so far this season, having just 8 on target with no goals to show for it. And also some news as well from today. Vitor Pereira, the manager of Wolves, has signed a new 3-year deal, and their main striker, Jørgen Strand Larsen, who is on the bench today, a new 5-year contract for him. So big things happening at Molineux, and we'll get the team line up in just a moment. But for now, guys, it's almost time for kickoff. Good afternoon, Phil. Good afternoon, everyone. It is very wet Molineux. The rain just has not stopped pouring over Wolverhampton all afternoon, and it's a bit of a context of how Wolves' season is going at the moment. 4 games, 4 defeats, 0 points. So something needs to change today. Wolves are winless in their last 4 Premier League meetings against Leeds, despite scoring first in 3 of those games. As mentioned earlier in the programme, Vitor Pereira, the manager, has got a new 3-year deal, and they've tied down Strand Larsen to a new 5-year deal, and that is so important for them. He's on the bench today. But Rob, what are the lineups today? which Bogle takes back over the halfway line. Wolves managed to get it back with Mosquera. Now to Agbadou, back to Mosquera, now onto Toti, who's the captain for Wolves today. Long ball aiming for Agbadou, but I believe there was an offside there, and Leeds has taken, no, it was actually a foul, so it's Wolves' free kick, which Toti takes all the way back to Jose Sarr, just outside his box, passes to Fer Lopez, now on to Gomez, back to Lopez, now to Mosquera, and on to Toti, under pressure there by Aronson, onto Toti, has to go all the way back to Sarr. Sarr tries the long ball, but Leeds easily cuts that out. Now it's on to Bogle, as the heavens really open up now over Molineux, to the point where visibility might become an issue soon if this keeps up. Struick to Rodon, inside the centre circle, back to Struick, both centre halves inside the centre circle for Leeds. Now Struick over the halfway line, but has to go back to Rodon after running practically into a wall of gold and black. Now on to Bogle. Now Aronson tries to find Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but a combination of Mosquera and Agbadou stops that attack. As the ball is now back with Struick and has to go all the way back to Cardalo, the Leeds United goalkeeper. As we said, having beaten Everton 1-0 with a Lucas Nemecha penalty on the opening weekend of the season, Leeds have now failed to score a league goal in their last 3 Premier League games. They last went 4-up without a goal back in March 2022, so they're looking to avoid that as well. And also the fewest shots on target so far this season in the Premier League, just 8 with no goals. Goodmanson played a little 1-2 with Statch, crossed it in, but no one was there to meet it for what would basically be a tap-in for Leeds. And yeah, that's Leeds' best chance of the game so far. As Sarr was under pressure by Aronson, Wolves managed to get that away again and attack. Now Kriech urged to go forward. Good ball here, but Fer Lopez just couldn't control it well. Talking about end-to-end, Wolverhampton Wanderers just goes right up to the third-corner stand, and Wolverhampton Wanderers are 1-0 up. Gomez slows the tempo down again, just walks into the centre circle as the ball is now with Toti. Onto Mosquera, then Agbadou, back to Fer Lopez, then back onto Toti. I thought Wolves were going to break there, but they've just slowed the pace down and basically letting Leeds consume energy, trying to chase the ball.
Yeah, that seems like Leeds.
Yeah, it was worth a try. Wolves in all sorts of trouble there. Wolves in all sorts of trouble there, and yeah, it was worth a shot by Aronson, but again, it was always rising. You can tell why Leeds have the fewest shots on target with shooting like that, to be honest. Absolutely great physicality by Kader there, and Rodrigo Gomez battling away with 2 Leeds players there. He does lose out as Leeds break here. Very encouraging signs here for Wolverhampton Wanderers, and you can hear the fans appreciating that as well. Yeah, and that's been the story of Leeds' afternoon so far. Some really good play, followed by what can essentially be described as a moment of madness. As, yeah, under no pressure, Okafor dances past 2 Wolves players and then kicks it straight out for a throw-in. It's unbelievable. That was put on a 6-punch throw-in. It took a little bit of a deflection, and it was just hanging in the air for Dominic Calvert-Lewin to head past Jose Sarr. Half an hour played, back to square one really for both teams. It is Wolves 1, Leeds United 1. Very tetchy, very tense, with fouls like that flying in. Totti was always looking at the ball. Bogan really wasn't looking at the ball and just crashed into him. And Anthony Taylor, rightly so, gives Wolves a free kick. Yeah, Wolves fans feel they were unfairly treated there, as Rodrigo Gomez is still on the floor in the Leeds half, and it was Ziyech, the Wolves goal scorer, just straight into the back of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and Anthony Taylor blowing for a free kick. Wolves players clearly not happy. Can't quite see how Vitor Pereira reacted to that, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't a very good reaction from the Wolves manager, as the fans also felt that they were hard done by there. Absolutely brilliant free kick there. Anton Stack, 38 minutes, and it's happened again for Wolves. They scored first, but they now find themselves 2-1 behind. Yeah. Just top corner, around the wall, and yeah. Textbook free kick there from Anton Strack. It made you wonder if it was going to reach anyone. But yeah, a little flick on from Agbadou, and yeah, Cardalo very grateful for that. Great breakaway there from Leeds United. Okafor in acres of space, drills it low past Jose Sarr. The Molineux crowd clearly not happy with that. There's 3 minutes added on in this first half, I've just heard. But yeah, Wolves 1, Leeds United 3. Just blocked out the air by Darlow to prevent a 3-2 half-time score. But yeah, work to do for Vita Pereira and Wolverhampton Wanderers. They did score first, but it's looking like they're going to go in behind 3 goals to 1.
It's similar stories so far in this first half. A bit of head tennis, but we're still playing as a lot. In the first half, with Bellegarde. And picked up the ball early by Anderson. Got some good play there from. That was good play from Goldman.
Yeah, from a team who only scored 1 penalty to smashing in 3 goals in the first half. To be honest, Wolverhampton Wanderers haven't played bad. You know, they scored first with Richie on the 7th minute, but then Dominic Calvert-Lewin getting his first Leeds goal. Noah Okafor near the end of the half, and in between an Anton Stach free kick, beautiful free kick there. Watch the replay of that if you get the chance. But yeah, in the end, it's the same old story here at Molineux. Half time, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Leeds United 3. Back to you, Phil, in the studio. I'm about to kick off with Joe Gomez all the way back to Agbadou, and the second half gets underway now as Wolverhampton Wanderers with Priech, the goal scorer, gives away a foul on Longstaff, and Leeds have this free kick. So Rob, triple change, Strand Larson on, Manetzi on, and Hugo Bueno on. Intent there from Vita Pereira. Corner after a very good block by Gabriel Goodmanson on Akweder, on Chatua, sorry. And now Wolves have this corner in front of the Sir Jack Hayward stand, which Hugo Bueno, the substitute, will take. Every Leeds player back inside their own box. Crossed in, far post, headed in, gets it just over. I thought that was going to be a corner. I didn't see the push there, but Anthony Taylor gives the free kick to Leeds, which takes a little bit of pressure off them. and an offside flag is up for Aronson as Wolves have a free kick now just by the centre circle in their own half. Mosquera back to Tote, now back to Mosquera, little 1-2 play with them. Now on to Agbadou on the halfway line, has to go all the way back to Jose Sarr. Couple of boos ringing around Molineux. They're not liking the fact that Wolves constantly go backward to Jose Sarr. Now Menetzi tries to get a flick on from Agbadou, but Leeds managed to get that away only as far as Hugo Bueno. There's a short cross which is blocked by Ethan Ampadu, kicked out for a Wolves throw. Again taken quickly onto Tote, squared to Mosquera, and now onto Agbadou. Shouts have put it in the box from the Wolves fans, which Joe Gomez, backheels it. Yeah. No, he backheeled it, expecting Chatua to run inside, but yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there from the Wolves players. It's half. Marshall Menetzi into forcing a good save from Caldalo. Sorry, Rob. The decibels have ramped up here, but it's over Alakadere from Chatua. Bueno recycles the ball, goes over, no foul says the ref, as Longstaff has the ball now to take the pressure off. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been fouled by Tote in the eyes of referee Anthony Taylor, much to the annoyance of the Molineux crowd. And that's a lot of pressure that has been taken off Leeds United there, Rob. Replay, good play there by Okafor, and then just outside the box, Longstaff drilled it in low, but an easy save for Jose Sarr to get down low. As Wolves tried to break here with Alcader, but the ball manages to get back to Caldalo, the keeper, who boots it long up towards Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Mosquera battling with him and manages to win the ball to take it back to Jose Sarr. As Jose Sarr is now barking orders to try and, for his teammates to create options for him. But once again, Leeds will happily mop that up with Joe Rodon, who gets the ball upfield for Leeds to attack again. Here's Dominic Calvert-Lewin under pressure from Agbadou, and it rolls out for, it's actually an offside. I thought it was a corner, but Agbadou did well there to muscle off Calvert-Lewin. It was a great play by Leeds. In between two defenders there was Calvert-Lewin, and yeah. And at least one of them got caught offside, unfortunately. As Wolves now on the attack with Chatua, back to Agbadou, now on to Page, now to Tote, crossed in by Bueno, header towards goal by Agbadou. But it was off target, another header by Agbadou. It was Menetzi that time, but Wolves do not make the pressure count. Here's Okafor to Calvert-Lewin, and it's a foul against Calvert-Lewin to the cheers of the Molineux crowd. And as you can hear, the fans urging their team forward, Rob. Strand Larson had connected with that ball. It might have been 3-2. Caldalo was scrambling. eventually the ball did go into the box, and yeah, he was under pressure by Joe Rodon, but Strand Larsen inches away from really making it 3-2. As there's a free kick now for Leeds. Mosquera clearly demonstrating with the referee. He's got to be careful to avoid a yellow card here, as there's another free kick in a dangerous place here. It was Calvert-Lewin again. It was a push from Mosquera on to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So free kick on the left hand side here. Everyone in a Wolves shirt inside the box apart from Strand Larsen, who's in the centre circle, and Mosquera, who's basically a one-man wall just outside the box, as the ball is floated in from this free kick, headed out by Aprader, but only as far as Aronson, and Leeds come back again. Hugo Bueno with the corner, floated in near post, headed out by Leeds though, only as far as Agbadou. Pulls back in, Cardalo drops it, but Alcader could not capitalise. Wolves still on the attack with Manetzi crossed in towards Strand Larsen, but Leeds United managed to get away with one there. Another push by a Wolves player, and yeah, more frustration as Mosquera has now gone down on the floor with suspected cramp. And yeah, as we're in a breaking play now, 67.5 minutes on the clock. Wolves still trailing by 1 goal to 3, and now I think it would be a good time to hand over to Rob Richards.
Thank you. Is the Wolves number 8, and goes up to John Larsen. He's headed away. The ball Cadet trying to get underneath it, and Wolves can another attack. Cross into the box. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, there was a lot of effort there for very little outcome for Wolverhampton Wanderers with 20 minutes to go, still 3-1 down, and Alcader battling away to try and get the shot off, but in the end the shot was tame and very easy for Cardalo, as you said, right on cue, the dark clouds over Molineux reign supreme, and yeah. There's a metaphor if ever I saw one, you know.
Yes, well, the Wolves player's gone down as well.
Chatua was trying to get the shot away. Strand Larsen gave the ball back, and Gomez just stood in the way.
They just stood in the way. They just took it off.
Chatua was trying to take the shot, found Gomez, his own teammate, in the way, and in the end, Gomez took the shot. And again, easy for Cardalo. Miscommunication again from the Wolves players, and you feel that was Chatua's shot to take.
It really was. They were playing really smart. For the players that are now everything didn't seem to
yeah, it's looking like it's just not going to be Wolves this afternoon, as yeah, another chance goes begging.
Just too high and open out into the Sergio Cahill stand.
Yeah, just seeing a replay, good cross there. Alcader, Manetzi missed it. Alcader just heads over, and yeah, once again another chance goes begging for Wolves.
just coming around the field, trying to go in. He's moving off the field as we speak.
It's a long way for him to be limping off the field. He's quite wide behind the goal, and he's got to go all the way to the dugout pretty much. That's a long way to limp around, to be honest. Another chance, just seen the replay now. Chatua did well to keep that ball in. Went back to, it looked like Joe Gomez, crossed it in. Manetzi just couldn't sort his feet out in time, and Leeds got away with it there, as it's out for a goal kick. And update on Jaden Bogle, he's only just got to the edge of the box here. So it's going to be quite some time before Jaden Bogle is completely off the field and in the treatment room, to be honest. Leeds know they've been in a battle today. Players seem to be dropping everywhere in white shirts, so yeah, but there's still good value for their 3-1 lead with 5 minutes to go, and you feel if Wolves are going to get something out of this, then they have to do something now, otherwise it's going to be a 5th straight defeat in the Premier League.
We see that fans leaving Molineux, the throws, but still Wolves battle on down below us. John Gomez to Abdou. The other ball into the back. Ball comes from two Leeds players down. Play still goes on. The ball stands there, getting the right way. He's had good run on. John Trusty. Waiting still with the ball. Andre. But that's coming short. Another Wolves corner. Ball back on the play.
These substitutions for Leeds that are waiting on the sidelines, it's Ilya Grivev and Lucas Nemecham scorer that penalty against Everton on the opening day. And you can see Pereira frustrated in the dugout that was brought back downfield when it was easier to actually continue the attack. Yeah. Pereira put in a very frustrated figure here. 4 minutes from potentially staring down the barrel of a 5th straight defeat in the league. First time in their history that they've done that, and obviously, as I mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, joining a very unwanted list of teams that have lost their opening 5 games. Yeah, Dominic Calvert-Lewin got the ball rolling literally and figuratively for Leeds as he comes off now, and of course, yeah, Aronson, he's put in a shift as well today, coming on for Grivev and Nemecham. That's why you've got John Arias on the pitch. That's why you've got Jorgen Strand Larsen on the pitch, to get those balls in so that they can head it, you know, or flick it on to somewhere. But yeah, it was actually Arias that ended up blocking the shot from Andre there, and that is frustrating as well.
2 minutes left. Yeah, Molineux. control. Again, with the shortest somewhat further away from the connection back into the box, away from Ampadu, moved through it. Ellis fighting forward. Another cross and charge down by Ampadu. Wall goes up and captain Ampadu.
Leeds are almost there. Only their second win of this campaign. So, yeah, Leeds United looking good for this 3-1 win.
We do head towards goal.
As Wolverhampton Wanderers succumb to a 5th straight league defeat. They've joined the illustrious group, unwanted group of Southampton, Sunderland, Portsmouth, Crystal Palace and Norwich City in losing their first 5 games of the Premier League. Leeds United, meanwhile, with only their second win, moves them onto 7 points and provides them with some much needed breathing space from the relegation zone. Vita Pereira must be wondering what is going on with a team that finished last season so well. But as it is, full time at Molineux, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Leeds United 3. Back to you, Phil, in the studio. So that's it for another match experience at Molineux this time, but it is 5 defeats on the bounce for Vita Pereira's Wolverhampton Wanderers as they go down by 3-1 at home to Leeds United. Daniel Farker and his men going back up to Yorkshire very happy, as well as the Leeds supporters. So yeah, it's not looking good. There were dark clouds, you know, over Wolverhampton, literally and figuratively. So yeah, it's one of those. He said in his press conference that you know, new signings need time and all that blah blah blah. But yeah, it's one of those where, you know, like I said, the elite group that Wolves have now joined of Premier League teams that have lost their first 5 matches, none of them have ever survived relegation in that respective season. So honestly, I can't see much past Wolves surviving relegation this early into the season. So yeah, that's how bad it is. If you like this video though, guys, then please leave a like, subscribe to CrazyShadow Talks Football if you haven't already done so. Don't forget to hit that bell icon and join the Shadow Squad and get notified on all new content on the channel. And don't forget BHBN Sports' new YouTube channel, obviously called BHBN Sports. Go look that up because episode 2 of the new show, the Monday after, will be there on Monday lunchtime. And you know, it will involve reviews of obviously Middlesbrough beating West Bromwich Albion, of course Leeds beating Wolves, Birmingham City beating Swansea by a late goal, so that'll be something to discuss. And also tomorrow's game, whatever happens at the Stadium of Light between Sunderland and Aston Villa. So we'll all be in on that, and we might even sneak the Merseyside derby in there as well for the Liverpool fan and our colleague Ed McKay. So yeah, don't forget to hit me up on CrazyShadow Talks Football, also CrazyShadow 303 on TikTok, X, Instagram as well, and Facebook. And yeah, don't forget BHBN Sports' new YouTube channel with the Monday after. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye for now.